phony, flowery speeches. But let's deal with reality. And let's look at the fantasy and the reality of the Democrat convention. Fantasy. Hillary Clinton is the woman who says she's broken the glass ceiling. The reality, the real thing that Hillary's broken is the faith of the American people in her ability to be truthful and honest. Because we know, no. As Donald Trump said at the convention, let's don't lock her up. Let's defeat her. That's what we're going to do. Hillary has a history of lying through her 40 years of politics very easily. Fantasy. Hillary Clinton is a role model for women, especially young women. The reality, Bill Clinton's long trip down memory lane at the convention. I don't know. I watched it. He conveniently left out his sexual abuse of a 22-year-old intern in the Oval Office. And he also left out Hillary's personal and vicious attacks on the numerous women who were sexually abused and sexually harassed by her husband. What do you say together that we finally close that sordid chapter of perversion this November? Rather than bring them back to the White House, let's send them back to wherever they want to go. Fantasy. Hillary Clinton and the Democrats want to protect everyone's voting rights. The reality, well, this one I got to give you a yeah, right. We saw the emails. Hillary and the DNC rigged a primary against their own fellow Democrat to steal an election from 13 million fellow Democrat voters who supported Bernie Sanders. Absolutely. They also discredited him in the process and made personal, despicable comments about others regarding race and religion. If Hillary and her crew will do that against her fellow Democrats, what do you think that they will do against Republicans and independent voters in the presidential election to win or to steal an election? We won't let that happen. Fantasy. We watched a bunch of grade B actors and actresses from Hollywood singing "What the World Needs Now is Love, Sweet Love." Reality check here. The world today is not a Coca-Cola commercial, for heaven's sakes. It's a dangerous and unstable place. And it's thanks in large part to the policies put forth by Hillary Clinton as Secretary of State and Obama's actions to make us weaker around the world. And that's the reality that we face. Fantasy. They say Hillary is trustworthy. Really? The reality, crooked Hillary lied to the families of the fallen soldiers. She lied about her emails when she was Secretary of State. She lied about what the FBI director actually said about her lies to Congress and the American people, and that was as recently as 3 days ago. She lied about TPP. She lied about Tim Kaine's record on the Hyde Amendment. Let's be honest. She just lies about everything. Now, I don't know about you, but I have had quite enough of crooked Hillary and her lies. And I am also tired of all her enablers that she surrounds herself, including the parrots in the liberal media that constantly repeat whatever the Democrats tell them to. Enough is enough. Enough, no more lies. Enough, no more Hillary. America deserves better. We deserve better. Every man, woman, and child in this country deserves better than lying Hillary Clinton. Donald Trump and every one of us in this room, we know that America is great. We know that our military is great. We know that our police officers and our first responders are great. We know that every life matters in this precious country. And we know that our elected Democrat leaders like Obama and Hillary Clinton and their failed policies are the individuals to be blamed for America's failures. But the only way that we make America great again is by electing men and women who will put country before self. And that man, at the top of our ticket, that man will once again make America great again. That man is Donald Trump. So Florida, my home state of Florida, we need you. Daytona Beach, we need you. We need your work. We need your enthusiasm. We need your commitment. We need your patriotism. And we need you to stand up and be counted and be the messengers to save America for the next generation. So my fellow Floridians, as the daughters and the sons of liberty, are you ready to make America great again? Are you ready to end the nightmare called the Clintons? Are you ready to elect Donald J. Trump as the next great president of our United States? So, as our governor, Scott, says, if so, let's roll up our sleeves, let's get to work, and let's save America for the next generation. God bless each of you. May God bless our proud military men, women, and their families. May God bless this place we call our home, the United States of America. Godspeed and USA!
Let's hear it for Sharon Day, our National Committee woman. Okay, two quick announcements here. You see we have some open space over here. It's too crowded over here. The fire marshal is going to cut us off if we don't shift over a little bit to your left. No, it's a legitimate concern. So if you guys are standing over here, we need some of you to shift over here. Can we do that? Especially if you're in the back outer rings here on the right-hand side. While we do that, that's right, keep on shifting. Come on, all the way over. Does everybody know where the local headquarters is? It is at 999 3rd Street and Holly Hill 32117. 999 3rd Street, Holly Hill. Who here is going to go there over the next 2 weeks and pick up some signs and bumper stickers and make some calls? All right, if you're in the very back here, in the middle, we're having log jam. We need some of you guys to shift over. Shift, shift, shift. Keep on going. You're doing a good job. Okay. We have two more speakers before Mr. Trump. We're going to come with Trump. How about let's do the chant again? You guys ready for Donald Trump 3 times? Ready, set. See, the Trump is actually louder because you have more people on this side. All right, our next speaker, Dina DeCamp, is the president of the Florida Federation of Republican Women. She was the previous first vice president of the State Federation of the Republican Women's Club of Lakeland and vice chair of the Polk County Republican Executive Committee. During the early formation of Tea Party groups in Central Florida, DeCamp was known for her organizational skills, provided advice, and planning for those groups and rallies by lining up speakers, setting programs, and introducing many of the newcomer leadership of the group to key Republicans. Dina lives in Lakeland, Florida. She's a great patriot. She's a wonderful organizer. Let's give it up for Dina DeCamp. And as Dina makes her long trek up here, if you see the lady in the pink dress at the very end of this walkway, Her name is Karen Giorno. She's a senior advisor for Donald Trump for the whole national campaign, chief Florida strategist. Let's give her a big round of applause, Karen Giorno. And this is one of the earliest Tea Party supporters and one of the top Republican women in our state. Let's give it up for Dina DeCamp. Thank you, Dina.
So, you know what? I am so impressed. Look at all the Republican women in this room. Can you believe that the media thinks women are not supporting Donald Trump? Do you support Donald Trump? As president of the largest conservative organization in the state of Florida, I am absolutely thrilled to be here with you. There are so many reasons for my excitement, but let's start with breaking news from Polk County. Last night they had a straw poll. Now, Polk County is the very, very center of the I-4 corridor. And Polk County voted Donald Trump by a landslide. And that's only one of many straw polls that have been going on in Central Florida and South Florida. Donald Trump by a landslide. Donald Trump is going to win Florida. So speaking of the Florida Federation of Republican Women, I can tell you another way that Mr. Trump has made history in our state, and that is my presence on this stage. Incredibly, I am the very first president of our organization in its 65-year history to be invited to speak at a presidential rally of this caliber. Thank you, Mr. Trump, for recognizing the amazing power of the conservative women's vote and our unmatched volunteer hours and efforts to get out the vote. And I bring you greetings from the National Federation of Republican Women, where tens of thousands of women leaders are working day and night across this country to spread the truth and get you elected. Let's start with the war on women. Specifically, there is no war on women in the Republican Party. Women are fully engaged and involved. The war on women in the Middle East, where women cannot vote, is the problem. The American war on women is unemployment and failed economic policies that impact single mothers living in poverty and no hope of a job. Smart women know Hillary and Obama's real record, and we are voting for Donald Trump. And we know the most shameful war on women is the one that Hillary Clinton wages on her husband's girlfriends. She has a disgraceful record of bullying, lying, cheating, and hanging on to her husband's coattails to advance her personal agenda. That is not historic, that is repugnant. It's not an achievement in feminism, it is just the opposite, and informed American women will not be fooled by a candidate who has disgraced our State Department, refuses to hold press conferences, and hides behind her husband. Let me be clear, Hillary Clinton does not speak for us. You should also know that the lack of diversity and opportunity within the Republican Party is another fairy tale created by the Democrats. The Florida Federation of Republican Women is proud to announce 3 minority women FFRW members that have qualified by petition to run for Congress in Florida. 3 Republican women leading the way for more women who need a proper leader in the White House. We need to have a president that is not afraid to tell the truth to the American people. Someone who listens to the people and hears what they say. A president that understands economics and hard work and how important family and friends are. A man who knows how great America once was and can be again, and is willing to work with us to bring her back to glory. We look forward to securing our borders, having a rising economy, and jobs for all citizens. The only man that can do that job is Donald Trump. I am asking all of you, not just the women, but all of you, to stop at a table in the lobby area if you are not a registered Republican or not registered at all, and register. He can't win without you. I am asking all of you to stop at those volunteer tables out in the hallways and volunteer to walk the precincts. Help Mr. Trump win Florida. We need you. We are so confident in Mr. Trump that Florida Federation of Republican Women endorsed Donald Trump for president. Women understand that uniting together, all of us, we can make America great again. And I ask you to join us in getting Donald Trump elected. May God bless all of you in our great United States of America.
Dina DeCamp, let's give her a big round of applause. Great to go, Dina. You guys almost ready for Donald Trump? Okay, you're in for not a total surprise, but a Florida surprise. Our next speaker, a native of Tampa, our Attorney General Pam Bondi became Florida's 37th Attorney General after being elected in 2010. Attorney General Bondi is focused on protecting Floridians and upholding Florida's laws and Constitution. Some of her top priorities are defending Florida's constitutional rights against the federal health care law, strengthening penalties to stop pill mills, aggressively investigating mortgage fraud and Medicare fraud, and ensuring Florida is compensated for the Deepwater Horizon oil spill losses. Transparency and openness in government have been important throughout her career, and Attorney General Bondi continues to support Florida's sunshine laws. Attorney General Bondi is a graduate of the University of Florida and Stetson Law School and has served as a prosecutor for more than 18 years. As an assistant state attorney for the 13th Judicial District, her investigative and courtroom experience includes the successful prosecution of numerous first-degree murder cases and 2 capital cases. I will tell you that our Attorney General is a great defender of liberty and a champion of the people. Let's give it up for our Attorney General, Miss Pam Bondi. The most popular elected official in Florida, our Attorney General, Miss Pam Bondi. Let's give it up.
Joe Grooters. I'm so happy to be here. Go Daytona! Woo! This is great. Well, for more than 7 years, we have watched our country's debt grow to more than $19.2 trillion under Obama and Hillary, more than every other American president in history combined. For more than 7 years, we have seen our friends in the world question our commitment and our enemies challenge our resolve. And I know firsthand, we've seen the EPA threaten our jobs and Obamacare destroy our businesses and our health care. Well, you are all here today because you are part of the solution, and we are about to see this Washington, D.C. train wreck come in for a reckoning. Because our world is about to come face to face with a leader who does not trade in politics but excels at winning. Donald Trump will not tolerate things that don't work, and he will drive to restore things that do. You are all here today because you know that line drawn around Florida is the path to the presidential. We know that. We should be proud of that. You've heard from all these great women who are coming here walking doors. A lady you heard from walked over 4,000 doors in Florida. That's how we're going to win Florida for Donald Trump. I know Donald. He will fight for you, and we have to fight for him. You are doing it. And as a prosecutor for 18 years, this is a great crowd. As a prosecutor for 18 years, I know he respects our first responders and our men and women in uniform. I am proud to call Donald a friend. And I have seen the way he treats Ivanka, Don Jr., the tremendous respect he has for his family. I've seen him with his coworkers, his employees, when someone will say, Mr. Trump, can I buy the water cooler? Can I get you something to drink? And he'll say, no, but I'm right here. Let me get it for you. That's the Donald Trump that I know. I don't think I've ever had a conversation with Donald, and you may have heard me say this before, where he doesn't ask about my mother. That's the Donald Trump that I know. Donald will not settle, you know this, for America being second best. And he will support our allies like Israel who need us. He will secure our borders to stop the flow of heroin coming into our country and our state from Mexico. And he will impose great trade policies. He believes in securing strength through peace. Peace through strength. They are intertwined. That's exactly what he's going to do to fix this world and help this country. Now, something that I care about, first of all, I'm sick and tired of suing the President of the United States of America, along with my fellow Republican Attorneys General. I'm former chairman of the Republican Attorneys General, and we are constantly having to sue the federal government for overreach. It's ridiculous. They do not understand the separation of powers. And I will tell you 2 words why you must elect Donald Trump. Supreme Court. As a practicing lawyer my entire career, I have never seen anything like this, ever. We have no doubt who Donald Trump will put on the Supreme Court. And we know exactly who Hillary will put on the Supreme Court. Young activist, and bear with me, this is so important. They're not going to affect our lifetimes, the lifetimes of our kids, but generations to come. This could impair all of our rights, and it would if she is elected. 7 years. 7 years we have been standing by as a Washington, D.C. run by Hillary and Obama has been paralyzed by politics. Jobs have been lost to overregulation and a world threatened by terrorism. And yes, we are not scared to say terrorism. And it's time you and I are coming off the sidelines. Independence Day is coming early this year. On a beautiful wintry day in Washington, D.C., when Donald J. Trump is sworn in as our President of the United States of America. God bless you, God bless the Trump family, and God bless America. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's hear it for Pam Bondi, Florida's Attorney General. Is she great or what? So are we ready to hear Donald Trump? Are we ready to have America start winning again? Who's going to build that wall? Who's going to pay for it? Okay, Donald Trump 3 times. Okay, make it loud because I think he's in the building. Ready? God bless you. The next speaker you'll hear is the next President of the United States, Mr. Donald J. Trump.